Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Violet Skyber. We have breaking weather for you this evening. Right now, we have a tornado warning and a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings for areas just outside of Syracuse. So something very important we need to pass along to you. Definitely stay indoors if you live in these areas. Let's cover what's happening right now. So this tornado warning was just issued for Cayuga County and a sliver of Onondaga County. This is for areas to the south of Auburn, but this cell is moving to the east, so it's heading towards Onondaga County right now. This is a live look from our triple Doppler radar sponsored by Falso Service Experts. I want to zoom in here to show you exactly where this cell is that we are watching. Right now it is in Cayuga County. It sits just to the south of Auburn along 34 down to Merrifield and heading eastward toward Owasco. And this is producing some heavy rainfall, some hail as well, because you can see that pink in the center of this cell there. And it's producing enough rotation, which is why we have a tornado warning. And a warning means that this cell has the potential to drop down a tornado because of how fast it is rotating. So if you live in any of these areas, move indoors immediately. Do not plan on driving. If you know anyone that lives in these locations, give them a call up and let them know this is serious. Take this very seriously. Again, if you just are hopping on the air now, we have a tornado warning. This is for Cayuga County, a cell that is moving eastward toward Owasco. This tornado warning runs until 4:30 p.m., but it goes up until this cell that could produce a tornado eventually dies down. So we are watching the rest of the area. I just want to zoom out here quickly because we are still under the threat of more severe thunderstorms that could produce some gusty, damaging winds, and even still the threat for tornado warnings in other areas as well. So these cells are all moving eastward, and we do have the potential to see, again, gusty winds, heavy rainfall. Do not plan on driving through them. The threat for this severe weather lasts from right now through the rest of tonight. And this is all along a cold front that's going to bring some pretty heavy rainfall with some of these scattered thunderstorms. I do want to go back over this tornado warning if you are just jumping on the air. This is for Cayuga County. It is for areas to the south of Auburn for a cell that is possible to produce a tornado. That does not mean we are watching for the possibility of it. It's that this cell could produce one right now as we speak. So those areas, definitely take this seriously. Move indoors. Do not plan on driving and stay inside until further notice. So let's take a live look again from our triple Doppler radar sponsored by Falso Service Experts. The current conditions with this cell right now, it does look like it's weakening. The pink core of this cell that we just saw about 5 minutes ago has now shrunk. So the possibility of seeing some large hail is looking like it's over. Although this cell is still rotating, which is why we have the possibility to see a tornado warning. And as you notice, that box just shrunk and is now blinking. They just issued a new polygon area for where we could see that tornado. So let's zoom in a little bit more here to show you exactly where this is moving. If you live near Fleming, Scipio, Owasco, Baptist Corners along 38, 38A, 34. This cell is moving eastward towards New Hope, Borondino. Those areas is where you want to watch. Do not plan on heading in that direction. If you know anybody that lives in these areas, give them a call. Tell them to go indoors. Do not drive through this. Tornadoes can produce a lot of damage to life and property. Take this warning very seriously. And again, it runs from right now until 4:30, or at least until this cell begins to die down. And right now, it does look like it is weakening in terms of the hail, but it is still rotating and could produce or may already be producing a tornado. So this is very serious. I want to take a wider look here, though, because we still have the risk to see some severe weather elsewhere. We're tracking a weather system that's moving in from the west. It's an area of low pressure with a cold front attached to it, and that's why we're seeing that line of storms out to the west. So from right now through the rest of tonight, we still have the potential to see those scattered thunderstorms moving from southwest to northeast through central New York. Some of these storms are producing heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and lightning. So even though we have this tornado warning going on, some of these other cells still have the potential to produce severe weather as well. So it's not just Seneca County and Cayuga County that we're watching right now. It's areas outside of that we are still going to be monitoring for the rest of tonight. For again, the main concern being damaging gusty winds on some of these scattered thunderstorms. Now let's go back over, if you are just hopping on, we do have a tornado warning. This is for Cayuga County and a sliver of Onondaga County. This is for a small but strong cell that is moving northeastward, and it is producing rotation with the possibility or a tornado that could already be happening right now inside of that red polygon. So let's take a live look now from our triple Doppler radar, sponsored by Falso Service Experts. You can see these scattered thunderstorms here. Let's go back over the area and show you the current conditions of this tornado and where it is heading. Zooming in here, right now it is to the east of Merrifield, south of Auburn. It runs right across 34, 38, and 38A. It is moving eastward toward Owasco, Umbro, and it is going to continue moving east into Onondaga County towards Shamrock, Borondino, Otisco, and we're seeing some heavy rainfall on another cell by Spafford. Well, you can see the radar just updated right now, and you can see a little bit more pink shading in the center of this cell. And pink is representative of some heavy rain or some hail as well. So we could be seeing some hail underneath this storm, and it is rotating. So there is the possibility that a tornado is on the ground, which is why a warning is in place instead of a watch. A warning means this is currently happening and there could be a tornado on the ground right now inside that white shaded polygon that you see on the screen there. And just to mention again, this cell is moving to the northeast, just to the south of Skaneateles towards Baptist Corners, Shamrock, Borondino, and right along 359, 38A, 41A. If you are in any of those areas, move indoors. If you know anyone that lives near any of those areas, make sure to give them a call and get inside. And stay tuned for the latest forecast. We are going to continue to monitor this cell and this warning, and also the potential for some severe weather. And there's a look at the safety tips for you. Find a safe location, a basement or small interior room. Make sure you stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls. Cover your head and neck. Put a blanket on top of you. And also, not just for this tornado warning, but other areas outside of this warning, we are still seeing some strong thunderstorms. And with these thunderstorms, we could have some damaging gusty winds. You want to stay away from windows, because some of these storms could break them. Definitely move indoors. So let's take a look at where this warning is right now. Again, it is for Cayuga County. It is moving towards Onondaga County. There is the possibility for a tornado, if not already one on the ground in that red polygon that you can see on your screen there. And again, a live look from our triple Doppler radar, sponsored by Falso Service Experts. We are still seeing scattered thunderstorms as a weather system heads in from the west. So this tornado warning is not the only area of concern. You can see some other thunderstorms within the area that have the potential to blow up. Right now, they are already producing heavy rainfall and gusty winds along with some lightning. So make sure you move indoors. Do not drive through them, especially over by Cayuga County. And I want to take a wider look because we still have the threat for severe weather, not just for right now, but even through tonight and on Saturday. We're tracking a cold front that's out to the west, and you can see a line of some strong thunderstorms moving in across the Great Lakes out by Cleveland, Ohio. That is expected to move into central New York by tomorrow, and it could produce some pretty strong winds, even the possibility for a tornado or two. So this is something that we are monitoring. And for that tornado warning, again, some safety tips. Keep calm. Go to a safe space. A basement is best, or your lowest level in your house if you don't have a basement. Make sure you stay away from outside walls, away from windows, things that can break, or near any sharp objects in your house as well, just in case if things do get thrown around. Make sure you have communication, a cell phone, a radio, maybe a safety kit as well with some food and water, just in case if something happens and you get stuck, or Maybe some trees fall down and you can't leave your house. That's another thing of concern. Make sure you have a safety kit and protect yourself and wait. Do not, even after this passes, do not head out just in case if there are some power lines down, trees down. There's still some wreckage after the storm that could cause some damage to you, life, and property. Make sure you cover your neck and head and wait for the storm to pass, as I just mentioned. So let's go back over this tornado warning. If you are hopping on the air right now, that is still in effect from now until 4:30. They may extend it if this storm still maintains its strength. Right now it's over Cayuga County and it extends into a sliver of western Onondaga County. Let's take a live look from our triple Doppler radar sponsored by Falso Service Experts. You can see scattered activity across central New York, but one strong cell in particular that we're watching is right over Cayuga and Onondaga County. This tornado warning runs till 4:30 or until this cell begins to weaken. So let's zoom in here to show you exactly where it is and all of the towns that it could affect. Right now, sitting on top of Owasco, you can see some pink shading in the center of this system. That means hail. It's indicative of some large hail. On top of that, we're also seeing some strong winds and rotation on this cell, which is why there could be a tornado on the ground right now as we speak in that white shaded polygon there. Now the radar is just updated, as you've noticed. Now we're not seeing any pink in the center. That is a good sign. That means there's not any heavy hail or large hail, although this storm is still fairly strong and we are seeing rotation on it. Notice the way that it is moving too. It's heading to the northeast. So even though it sits on top of Owasco, Umbro, if you live in any of these areas further east, Shamrock, Borondino, Otisco, South Onondaga, Marcellus, make sure you move indoors now. Prepare ahead of time. Don't wait until the cell gets to you. You want to be able to stay safe and prevent any damage either to life or property. Again, your house is still very important as well. And we are still monitoring the rest of the area for some severe thunderstorm activity. We are seeing some storms out by Dansville that are heading towards Penn Yan. These are producing lightning and heavy rainfall. And if they strengthen, we could see some damaging wind gusts. That's going to be the main concern on some of these storms. And it's for the rest of this evening through tonight, even as we head into tomorrow. As we take a wider look here, we are tracking a weather system out to the west that is going to continue the chance for some strong storms through this evening, tonight, and even tomorrow. And by tomorrow, with all of this rain piling on, that brings a new threat, the chance for some flooding, especially in urban areas and flood-prone areas. So something to watch out for, especially in Cayuga County, where we could see some damage from this tornado that is currently happening right now. And for that tornado warning, again, going back over the safety tips, make sure keep calm, but go to a safe space now. Do not wait, especially if you live in Cayuga County or Onondaga County, southwestern Onondaga County. Go to a basement if you have one, or if not, the lowest level of your house. Make sure to stay away from the outside walls or windows. Again, this wind could pick up some rocks, some debris that could smash a window, and the glass could hurt you. So make sure to stay away from windows or any sharp objects in your house as well. Stay indoors. Make sure you have communication, your cell phone, a charger, maybe a radio, a safety kit with food and water, especially if you live right where that tornado warning is. Make sure to take this seriously. A tornado could be on the ground right now as we speak, and it could produce some pretty good damage. You want to make sure that you are going to be safe and you have a way to reach out to people if you need help. So make sure you have that way of communication. Do not drive if you do need help. Make sure you protect yourself and wait. Cover your neck and head and wait for the storm to pass. And that's important because even after this tornado warning is up, the damage that could be from it, such as trees in the roads, power lines that are down, you want to make sure that you don't touch anything. You could get electrocuted, anything like that. So wait for the storm to pass. Call someone if you need to, but do not drive on the roads just in case if there is some damage outside of your house. So let's go back over this tornado warning. If you aren't jumping on the air right now, I want to show you exactly where it is. This tornado warning is over Cayuga County and southwestern Onondaga County, at least a sliver of it. This specific cell is moving northeastward, and it is producing some heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and lightning, but the main concern is that rotation on it. So let's take a live look from our triple Doppler radar, sponsored by Falso Service Experts. You can see scattered activity. We are still seeing thunderstorms in other places, although this is the strongest one right now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning over this, and it looks like the tornado warning may have just expired, although we are still under a severe thunderstorm warning with this system, which is mainly for those gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour, and this runs until 5:30 p.m. for Cayuga, Cortland, and Onondaga County. And again, this cell is moving eastward. It's over Owasco and Omro, heading towards Lord's Corner and Pompey and Tully area as well. So let's go back here. You can see the tornado warning is now officially expired. We're still going to monitor this cell and other cells in the area that is happening right now. The threat for severe weather is not over. From right now through tonight, we're going to continue to watch the potential for some tornadoes, severe thunderstorms, so make sure you stay tuned and charge your phone. Have a way to get those alerts if another tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning is issued. Matt?
Well, thank you, Violet. You're doing a great job keeping people informed in this really urgent emergency. That is good news, though, that tornado warning has expired as of 4:30, just about a minute ago now for southern Cayuga County and parts of southwestern Onondaga County. But the concern for severe weather does continue in the area, and that's something that Violet and our meteorology team are going to continue to keep an eye on here. Also worth noting, the big event of the night is certainly the Syracuse football game, wrong season. Syracuse football game at the Dome, which is a 7 o'clock kickoff. Fans will be heading up toward the campus in this window that we're starting to enter now. Now the radar so far showing no activity in the immediate Syracuse area, but certainly worth keeping an eye on where these storms are tracking. The severe thunderstorm warning is continuing for the southern part of Onondaga County over this next hour still, including towns that have been included in Manlius, Nedrow. So that's getting close to where people might be outside tailgating before the football game at the Dome in this next hour or so. We're going to have complete coverage, including the latest from our meteorological team here at the station. The Weather Authority, Violet Skybor, is in with all the information today. It's coming up at 5 o'clock tonight, and certainly any urgent emergencies will be back on the air. So I'm Matt Mulcahy. We'll see you again in just about a half hour.